Welcome to Game 1 of the Chris Bragança versus Graziano semifinal.
Graziano.
Semifinal. Directly before this, Tom Rafter, the Claw, defeated Matt Southerton in a best of 5, 3-2. And now this series as well will be a 5-2. Chris with the strong break, but nothing falling. We'll see how this continues.
That's what we call it.
D1 return to the booth. D1 Dave returns to the booth after getting firing just split seconds ago. D1 Dave, how do you feel invading the booth again?
Well, I lost my sitting room, so I feel unwelcome.
Well, you did get fired.
But I'm here. Well, yes. So it's on pay. We're all on pay anyway.
Can you tell us why he got fired? D1 Dave actually took a dump on Italian culture on the camera.
Right now this is Game 1. Right now we have Matt Southerton joining us in the booth. He has been the color commentator for the past few games and has been a consistent member of Pool Club, placing multiple times in final tournaments.
He is also eating a pastrami sandwich. Oh yeah. Pastrami is my middle name. Oh, Matthew Pastrami Southerton.
He got drinking chocolate milk.
Chris going for the 2-ball. Oh, he's got a good run down the wall. Oh, it bounced off.
The pupper was not blocked.
Russell's the 5. Which is he going to go
No brutal.
Neither of them are going for the easy corners.
Interesting. So Russ is going for the more difficult shot.
No one is playing.
No one is claimed. Russ is going for the more difficult shot. Makes the 3.
Jesus.
Great. I think we might have a shot in the 7.
Russ is wearing cargo pants. You know who also wore cargo pants?
Any middle-aged white man?
I'm not saying, but I am saying.
Yikes.
Like Russ has 2 in pockets, so see if he takes them to get all advantage, or if he leaves them to.
I think like the two is a little bit of an issue because it is off the pocket. Good shot. It is slightly off the pocket, so it's not necessarily great. It defends from the top of the the other end of the table, but it isn't great. You might get that knockdown great, so I might take advantage of that knock it in.
In the opening round of the 2018 Spring Semester Playoffs, Chris Bragança, the 1 seed, undefeated, lost 3-0 in the first round. As the 1 seed, undefeated, lost 3-0. He got swept.
To be fair, Santos was a very, very skilled player who only started showing up at the end of the season.
That's a lie. Santos was actually a child. Chris Bragança likes to beat children. That is where his desire to beat children came from.
I don't know if he has.
He just absolutely
He might have an ankle in the
himself.
6.
Some might say he snickerdoodled himself.
Nah.
But some
That's a
ignorant
good
fool
cookie.
says he
Underrated
snookered
cookie.
himself.
Underrated cookie.
As the person who wrote the history books, I could say that Chris had 29 losses that season, that Sweeney claims to be undefeated. Hashtag fake news.
Russ is going for the 6.
Hashtag Chris Bragança
Matt,
gets kicked with cancer.
Matt, what would you do in this situation? Would you be going for the bank on the 4, the double bank?
I mean, if possible, I'd try to put the 6
I would try to hit
the
all the
pocket
banks
where
possible and get
that
all
2
of
is
them.
handled. But I don't know if that's possible.
Ooh, I think he might be. I think he's going to clip the 14.
Chris Bragança is making the face.
on the fish.
That's right, we need a Chris cam just to see his face.
He was making the bloodfish face.
Chris Bragança looks like he's trying to seduce the camera. Let's
Because
watch.
he is. Because he is.
You can't see him, sadly.
No, he has his music on full
Okay,
blast.
Russ looks to be going to the double bank on the 4.
Mike,
Almost clips it.
Oh, the 4?
Nah. He
And
almost
that is a
dipsy doo scratcheroo.
you guys are the worst.
We know. Chris has ball in hand and he has the 1 pocket open.
Chris has ball in hand. I will like to add, if he scratches here off ball in hand, it is an insta loss and an expulsion from Pool Club.
But he's the president. What are we going to do? The impeachment?
Anarchy.
Is that the
Nixon
argument?
was also the president, but look what happened to him.
Oh, he's going for the combo?
He just lost
Gets
the
the
presidency,
9.
but ended up
Doesn't
okay.
leave himself with great positioning on the
If Chris Bragança does get
Or the
impeached,
11.
his
He
natural
does have a
successor
potential shot at
is
14.
D1 Dave.
Oh my goodness.
Alright, makes now it's 2. He's got a 15. He's on a good run right now.
That 11 looks like it's
Oh,
going
look
to be
at him. He
Who's
is,
going
he
for the
is
12?
sassy right now. His
He's going for the
expression.
12. Probably throwing a little bit of backspin on it. Looking good. It's got that 2 is now
Russell
rubber
is
band.
looking
Spear
to be a very
Graziano
sexy,
is looking
sexy
off
man.
menacingly in the background. He's probably playing Eminem right now. not the candy, but the
Every time he
artist.
looks at a ball,
I would
he's
like to
trying
point out there is
romance it.
lemonade on the back of his shirt. Towards the garage, it's not Mike's hard lemonade though.
Chris Braganza does favor Mike's Hard Lemonade when he can have it. It is his favorite beer of choice
Tom,
because he is 27.
you had the power to relegate Chris to the second position, but you chose to purposely lose. Why'd you do that?
Well, did he get I was playing 8-dimensional chess. I wanted to be 11 seed. I thought it was my best path to the finals.
I don't believe
based
you
on
won
my
fast.
track record.
But I already lied.
And it seems like it had worked.
He's
Congratulations.
trying to go for the 10 here. Yep, he lines up. Look at his stance. His physique is weird. He looks like a crouching mantis.
This was my one worry about the 2, is that it's going to be able to be bounced out by the 10, which is what I was
Oh, 8 is in play. What's the 8? Okay.
Since the 10 was not in
Matt, if you were in
turns out
Russ's
the 10 was not
position,
in
would you
there,
go
that
for that
suits me
6?
high-low being done by Chris.
That's a tough cut.
Would you go, so I'm assuming you'd probably go for the 1 there.
Probably the one, but that's also tricky. I think you take the one with some top spin to get up. But
Would you want it coming back to the side closer
Either
to us?
giving them like really good advice or just giving
Where would you want this ball to end?
I guess we'll see. Because
Exactly
Russell
what he
nails
said.
it. Beautiful.
Exactly what he
Oh my
Is the
goodness.
4th house? Depends how aggressive he wants to be.
The issue with Nick cutting the 4 is that he has the potential to scratch into the middle pocket. That is
against all the common knowledge.
I would have. That's what I would have been going here, because hopefully he can stop shot it.
Oh,
He's now got the 6.
Chris Braganza plays expressionless.
Matt, what would you do here? Do you try to put go risky? You try to put the cue ball after hopefully making the 6 and putting the cue ball near the 10, so you have 4 to middle, or do you? Oh, it looks like he might be going for the 4 here.
Ooh, the eyebrow's doing work. The eyebrow is doing work.
Interesting to see.
He might have it to the back right, but the issue is that he might be set. If he misses, he's setting Chris up for the 10.
Trying to do
Now if he scratches,
He's sleeping Chris Passani in his natural habitat.
Well, if he scratches,
Head
there's
down
a potential
and a
that
black
Chris
shirt.
scratches as well, and it's an instant loss.
Oof.
that's going to work out. That's going to work out.
Alright, Chris does. He can hit the 11. He might be trying to combo that into the 10, but that's still a hard, difficult shot.
Either the long bank or the combo. The defense is tough here. So.
Cocaine baby and a long baby.
Chris is putting a little bit of bottom left on it, adhering to Sweeney's doctrine. And does it work?
Watch the 6. Watch the 6.
The 6 might be in play. Oh, okay, we're safe. But Vest has a magnificent line.
Matt, would you go for the 4 or the 6 here? Because if you go for the 4, you do have a better setup on the 8. But the 6 is the more difficult shot.
You should go for the 4 with some backspin. Or flying off the rail.
He's going to be trying to put.
6 is a difficult cut, and it's going to be tough to get back table because if he puts backspin, he might be scratching the side.
It does look. He's like.
This looks like he's going to have to walk an actual boar here to get that in.
I think he's probably going to be throwing some topspin on
A
it.
nasty boar.
I would not want to be Russell Graziano right now.
Russell
This
the
is on me.
spear Graziano.
I'd like to remind everyone this game is brought to you by Bojangles.
Pressure's on. Can Russ do this? The issue is you do not want to give Chris Braganza any chance, because if you do, he'll take advantage, and that's where you'll end up getting screwed.
Stick it eyes, he was staring right at him.
Oh, misses.
Oh,
But he can play some defense.
I think you can work with that. It's going to be hard for Chris to run this out.
Chris just muttered a swear word. FCC can repeat.
There is still some room for the 8 to slip between the 6.
Chris is going to make the 11. He's going to softly play a safety on the 10. Here's the issue. Even after Chris might get out, it's going to be hard for him to still successfully run out with ball.
See, there's the safety. Will it work?
Works beautifully.
It's gonna work, but still, if Russ leaves his six, it's hard for Chris to run out.
The thing is the 6, there is still space between the 8 of the 6 and the pocket that the 8 can sneak in. So Chris might, if Russ scratches here, should be able to take advantage of the
It's currently 6:20 on a Thursday. Are the banks open?
No, I can firmly tell you the banks are closed.
But from what I hear, Russ might know an owner of a bank who might be able to let him in.
The worst thing that could happen right now is if Russ frees up the 8.
Oh, that's a dipsy-do, scratcheroo.
Still the worst.
That's going to be okay, though. It's not as bad as if he would have freed something up.
Chris is watching at the 8.
There is space though for the 6, for the 8 to sneak in. So I think
Chris is singing some tunes right now. Do you think he is singing the theme song to the Codename Kids Next Door?
That was a good show. I haven't thought about that in a long time.
Oh, he's calling it. He thinks he can sweep that bad boy back.
So he can. He also does have the potential to bounce it off the 6 back in his pocket.
Yeah, I think it's going to be rail 6.
You can see his veins pulsing, and he does do it. His veins are pulsing.
Alright, game 1 goes to Christopher Bragança.
Here's for our first advertisement. Zoop House.
Well, the second one, the first one was Bojangles.
Zoop House. Ribbit, ribbit, Zoop House. Quack, quack, Zoop House. Zoop House make eating fun. Thank you, Zoop House.
How is Chris still asleep?
We are not referring to Chris Bragança over there.
He's back in his room.
Oh yeah, his room's open.
D1 Dave, what's the most
smells
fun you've
like a
ever had
cocaine
with Zoop
baby.
House?
One time, I put my chicken nuggets in the ears and the ketchup in the face part, just for a switcheroo.
He likes to live on the wild side.
Oh my.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my word.
Let's just say that Zoop House is no longer sponsoring us.
Nothing bad
Should I get it done for D1?
Looks like D1 Dave is a little too dangerous for us.
How do you
Oh,
feel
boy.
about Russell's racket here? He's doing the reverse crow, as we like to call it in the business.
The reverse crow, really? Where does it get its name from, Sweeney?
Well, obviously, where the crow flies, Russell doesn't, because he has a spear. Russell the Spear Graziano.
Where did Russell get his nickname? Sweeney, where did the... Where did the spear get his nickname from?
Well, obviously, it was from his birth, when he was born with a spear and chucked it at his own mother.
That must have been very neat.
I would assume so. She still has a scar on her left leg.
Ouch.
Okay.
But how did the spear end up inside of the body?
I don't ask those questions.
It's right by
This break is sponsored by Coors Light.
it's by the.
But we were sponsored by Budweiser.
That's the stat of the game.
Okay.
Budweiser's stat of the game. This game is brought to you by Bud Light.
What you said,
Thank you.
TJ Maxx, I got
I'm
you.
gonna go sit over there.
Look at that careful
The stat-
precision. It's fair and just like this food.
What's interesting is Russ earlier this season in the doubles tournament was in the finals against Chris Bragança, who he's playing right now, and Hagen Brewer. He had a shot on the 8 ball that was next to the left pocket, but his ball was down at the other end.
And he did what we like to call a choke-a-run.
If he had made it there, he could have been in the 3rd position right now, ahead of Hagen, and instead of playing, Matt could have played Matt
Could have
Southerton.
played the claw in the first couple of rounds and lost.
So, let's see how that loss plays in.
That was terrifying.
Chris starting off with a good shot. Matt, would you say the stripes are the better balls on the table right now? I would say
As
so.
long as the ball passes, yes. And it looks like that's what he's going for now. I don't know.
That's what I would have thought. Get set to fall in. He's gonna probably throw some backspin on the 11, then go for the 12. Then he'll probably have a shot in the 13. He can go into another
Do you think this
3
is
to
one
4
of
ball
those
run here.
famous Bragança runs
Oh, he's
where
going
he
for
just
12.
demoralizes you? Look at that
Hey,
finger strength.
The thing is, this is what happened to Russ yesterday. He had when I was playing him, I went on a 6 ball run. I had a shot right before the 8 ball, and had I made it, I would have had a great shot in the 8. But then I missed it. But Russ ran the table in reverse, and then ended up winning that match. And that was key to him securing his victory.
That's not what Chris wanted there. He wanted to get back for the 10, and now he's got to pull off a very difficult shot. He's going to try this cut on the 15, do a moment challenge.
He's probably also going to want to stop to leave a shot on the 13.
Well, it's not possible to hold it. He's going to have to go across.
It's beginning to look a lot like a Christmas.
Now, Matt, other than Heinz ketchup, what is your favorite brand of ketchup?
French's. French's is
I'm a big fan of Hunt's ketchup.
I really like Hunt's ketchup as well.
It has that sweet musk that Heinz loses in the processing.
No, ketchup
Hunt's-
is
Hunt's
just
has-
objectively the worst. Just
Hunt's
ketchup is
has
Security, we need to get this man out of the booth.
We have too many
Security.
people trying to commentate.
Security's playing right now.
Should. Both the security's playing right now.
Just saying, mayo and fries, that's the Dutch way.
Sweetie,
What?
is it true that you are the inventor of Sweens, a combination of sweatpants and jeans?
I
Ooh,
can
Russ was a
confirm,
great
I'm a
cut.
big Sweens fan.
Big cut, but doesn't leave himself in a great position. Matt, would you be going for the 4 here? Leaving the 1? What would you be going for?
Absolutely, you want to go for the closest ball on the table. Especially if it's a half table, you definitely try to cut the 7 right now.
You definitely go for the 7?
Although Russ is very good at these long straight shots, and it does give him a good setup. So he might be trusting his setup.
Why do you think he's good at the long straight shots, Matt?
Oh, he's going for the bag.
It's a confidence thing.
I think he might be going for the bag here.
No, he's looking ahead. He's looking ahead.
How bold of him.
The fact that Hayes does not know why he's looking ahead is probably indicative of why Hayes lost in the quarterfinals to Russ.
But we all thought he was going to the 4 there.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's
Oh,
it.
no.
Dipsy-doo, scratcheroo. Hey, Matt, I think I play a little bit of a different style. I don't necessarily focus on the spin or other things, but my results previously to get myself into that position, and I think speak for themselves.
Nick Weichel is trying to write his paper right now.
Resources tell Tom after.
Hey, Nick,
Adrian
can you please
Wojnarowski-
tell us what your paper is about?
No one cares.
The ontological explanation? What was it?
Jesus Christ.
Argument for the existence of God. Ooh, Chris with a good shot, setting himself up for
That's a great setup.
He looks at it.
Going
He's
for the
like,
13.
He wanted to go for the side.
that 8 isn't a bad position.
That's going to work great. The problem is the 8. I'd probably go up with the 13 and try to, after making the 15, bring that down and then go for a bank in the bottom right corner.
I would put backspin on this and try to separate
Oh,
the
he
two.
missed it.
I think you hung it.
So I will say, in terms of white substances.
The last thing that Russ should do right now is allow that.
Oh, okay, just the Midwestern.
As they say in the business, he parks the car in Harvard Yard.
I think Russ is probably going to want to go for the 2 here, just because you want to leave that 1 in that position and the 3, just because the 8 is in an absurd place.
Oh, hey,
Chris takes
as they say in
his cues
Saskatchewan,
because
there's
he
no
likes
goat, so you
tape.
cannot milk it.
Yikes. Russ going for the 5. Ooh, that pays off.
I don't know if it pays dividends.
But the thing is that he still leaves the 1 in the place.
If he's feeling aggressive, he can go for the 1 then the 2. But
No,
I
you
don't
wanna
know
leave
I'd
that
do
1
that,
there.
Just
You
'cause
wanna-
that 7 ball is so tough to pot that he really needs to leave that his defense from the 8.
You need that 1 there. I might try to go for a cut in the 2. Which I think he might be. It's easier cutting the 2 or going for the walk. He's going for the walk. Oh,
Watch the cue, watch the cue.
okay.
No people's restraint today.
Dog ran off the tweet.
Chris should easily make these first 2 balls. The question comes down to
Don't cut your chickens before they hatch, man.
no.
Shit, I think he counted his chickens before he hatched.
I think they're still looking good.
Expect Chris to put some top left on this.
Are you sure it's a bottom left? Connor Sweeney, why do you think you should put bottom left on this?
Bottom left is the objectively superior spin. This is known. He
He
is putting bottom left. See? Look at that spin.
Oh, beautiful.
Like I said,
Oh, no.
the objectively
Oh,
superior.
wow.
Not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Not gonna lie, that made me a little thirsty.
Well, it's really not. Okay, so I got a large pair of salads.
Oh!
Just avoided the dipsy scratcher.
Russell Graziano is getting spanked 2-0. FCC, this needs an R rating. Let it be known, Chris Bragança hates kids with cancer. He donates to the Kids for Cancer Fund.
This is just rumors about our president. I'm pretty sure he's a nice guy. He
This
helps
is
out with
completely true.
He helps out with the student. Whatever you want to call it.
He helps with the Students for Disabilities service.
Oh,
He
yikes.
also favors disabilities.
Chris just, I guess, that's just not fun. I can't believe he's the
Chris likes to
president.
label the disabled.
You know what? This is very traumatizing to me as a member
Consult
of
real quick.
hearing this for the first
Did
time.
anybody see him 3-wall banking to get
Because he
behind
put-
the 8-ball
Because he put bottom left spin on it.
afterwards? Like
Right.
after making that shot, you thought
Russ, he put bottom left
I
spin
didn't
on
see
it.
that coming.
Nick, you see D'Angelo Russell was just cited for marijuana possession?
You think D'Lo doesn't light up?
Did not see that
Dude,
coming.
I'm just more saying that means he's getting arrested.
Like, did you see it
for
coming
minimal weed.
before
Which is
he made
obviously what
the
you
first
want.
ball on
I
that?
was
Like,
gonna go top left to try to just get it with one round.
The moose.
You know what? The 76ers aren't winning
Yeah.
this series because
Okay.
they do not have Big Baby.
fucking okay. All right. FCC, you can take care of that later.
I've seen I've seen the Warriors blow a 3-1 lead, and I've seen Chris Bragança get swept in the first round. I won't call this series over, but it is Chris Bragança 2-0.
Chris with his break cue. It's very nice. Very protective of it.
He doesn't let me touch it. Watch the 12. Watch the 12.
All right, Matt, would you be going for stripes here?
I'm looking for an opening shot, and there's nothing clear.
I mean, maybe the 9 down at the end or the 13 to the middle.
Stripes has more balls in scoring position. But there really is no easy opener. Perhaps the 13 on the side.
I think I might be tempted to go 9, and because then that sets you up for the 13.
You can't make the 9 anyway.
The down at the other end.
Is he going for the bank or the 12?
Oh, he's going for the solid.
Started up to 7-12. and then the cards versus,
I wasn't being directed. I was just reporting a question that was happening.
Now's the time to let you guys remember a remembrance for Mike the Bridge Brazola. Can we take a couple moments to pay respects?
He's not dead. He's just struggling with finals. Ooh, they both wanted solids. Interesting.
We miss you, Mike.
Charge!
We miss you, Mike. We love you and we respect you.
Some of us.
Please come home.
That was very aggressive.
You know what people come home for? They come home for Christmas. So we're gonna have to wait on one of those.
It was also like fair. You said it
This is up to
Look at his hand placement. It is quite magnificent.
There's like a difference. Like I'd rather.
Yeah, we witnessed at the end of the last game, Chris had a lucky rattle out with the cue.
Jay, what do you say is the best part about Chris's pool game?
His physique.
What do you mean by his physique?
Watch his calves.
Well, I would say he might have the ass of America.
Ass of America.
Yeah.
He puts the ass in America. If you know what I'm saying. Now, enough talk about this Chris man. Let's talk about the spear. Russell Graziano.
He just bojangled himself, I believe.
Also,
What a
Graziano.
fool.
Also, Graziano is actually the nominee for Humanitarian of the Year at the Pool Club. He's pledged to donate all the winnings, if he wins the tournament, to polio research, which has been largely eradicated, but he doesn't know that yet.
The issue is that he has been Chris almost with the thing.
Chris
The only
McConnell.
issue is that Chris
was not
Russ
thank
had a
God.
chance to win, as I mentioned earlier, but he choked.
Chris Vercana has also told us already that if he wins and gets the Kia, he is driving it into a tree.
I thought he was driving.
FCC, please edit.
Oh my word.
What?
Just said you had notes from it. Oh, Zappy's retiring?
Yeah. Ooh, unlucky bounce.
Still not retiring.
Does he, Matt? Does he give a shot in the 1?
I don't believe the one passes, but Kristen tried the long bank. Danger of that is the cue running into the 8, which he should avoid in back.
Looks like we've got a packed room watching this game. We've got 4 of us in the booth, 5 of us with D1, 6 with D1, Dave, and Jacob. We also, if you look in the back right, we've got Jack McGurk, Josh Floor, and Kyle Kleinberg watching along intently.
You know what they
Sold
say
out
about
show.
Kyle Kleinberg?
So where's that
He has the
really
most
big
losses in pool club history as a sophomore. Thank you, Kyle. That's your Budweiser stat of the game.
Back to you with another Budweiser stat of the game. Chris Bragança loves listening to Ice JJ Fish.
That's not a stat, that's a fun fact.
That's your Budweiser stat of the game.
He's not even looking at it.
Budweiser stat of the game. Budweiser is 100% more likely to taste like piss than any other beer.
Really, I would have expected Busch Light or Natty Light.
Natty Light is the next thing, but no.
Oh, he just bojangled him.
Do you know what I like to call this? This is the Lysol moment of defense. Your sponsor.
Chris is going to have to contact the 6. I think he's probably just going to try to push the 6 in a better position. There's no way that
Oh, he's breaking up the jump cue.
Oh.
Oh.
Do you know what this means?
There's a real danger to the shot going there. When you jump, it could get a little inaccurate, and if that 1 flies into the 8, he's in trouble.
That's a Jimmy Cricket's
Reminder
moment.
that this is a
This is
brand
it.
new felted table.
If
In
Jimmy-
fact, you could scratch it.
Just a reminder
This
that Chris
looks to be-
Bracana was also the person to tell us not to damage the table.
I think if Chris is able to successfully control this,
The 8 almost went in.
it almost went in. And that right there was the United takeoff of the game.
That was the concern that I mentioned before. He was lucky. That's 2 games in a row that Chris rattled out when the drop would have lost him the game. It could be 2-1 Russ right now.
Chris is getting very lucky with those 8 balls. If we were watching his warm-up games earlier, and Chris had some incredible lucky bank shots. I think the luck just might be on his side today.
Luckily, that 15 blocked the 8 from going in, protected him. Much like my Dodge Ram protects me with his 5-star safety ring.
They're not paid actors.
Thank you, Dodge.
They're just shitty actors.
Good play by Russ. And
Aren't they, Tom? Aren't they multiple JD Power Award winners?
They are. They're 4-time JD Power Award winners. And then, as far as my understanding goes, Chris Bragança has never won a JD Power and Associate.
You know what Chris Bragança has also never won? My love.
It's
Oh, watch the 8, watch the 8.
Oh! Look at Chris Bracana's face.
But he's tied up with the 4. He's going to have to.
He's gonna have to go for the
something
10.
off the 10.
the 10.
Yeah, that 8 is.
He could be going for the 11.
That 8 is eating up my heart, as they say.
Looks like Chris is
That
probably.
8 is eating up the
Did Matt just?
possibility.
Oh, that is right there is
It's a
dipsy doo scratcheroo. Guys, for those of you that could not hear Matt Sullivan, he just made a dirty joke. Oh
He
my
once
goodness!
Said, he said gluteus maximus.
What, guys?
Matthias, what? You are no longer holy in my mind.
It is Chris massaging the cue ball.
Going to see what.
I think what's important is
Hayes
Chris.
loves to talk over all the announcers
Yes,
who are
I do.
actually paid and hired
Yes,
to announce this game.
because the thing is, that's why I'm doing it for free. So I got to make sure I am able to put myself out there.
If you guys are making
So I have really bad allergies now.
Oh, and he missed.
Oh, he just missed off ball in hand. He's expelled. Get him out of your
I
security.
thought it was scratching
Yeah,
off
that
balls.
was scratching.
Fuck. Okay, Matt, security, stay clear.
Matt, do you think that Chris wants to leave?
Russell's
Chris.
yelling. Russell's yelling.
Oh.
Am I wrong or did you double tap?
Oh, it is a scratch. He is expelled.
It's a dipsy doo scratcheroo.
You guys are
Kick him
still
the
the worst.
fuck out.
Matt, would you say if you're Chris, you want to try to leave the cue ball like on the opposite bumper, close to the one, so you get the bank shot to that back pocket? Is that the ultimate? Would that be the best placement, or where would you want the cue ball with the shot in the 8, with the 2 stripes behind it?
If I'm Chris or if I'm Russ.
Chris.
It's hard to say. I believe that 8 might be able to bump around the 14, but Russ is certainly going to try to What do you call that, Tom? What do you call this shot?
Oh, I believe he's trying to strudel the poodle.
Yes, he's trying to strudel the poodle.
And he does.
Chris is not able to.
That was what Chris tried to do unsuccessfully the turn before.
Just a reminder, the series is 2-0, Chris Bergano.
He takes the 10 in the side.
Oh, Russ
that
with
was
the good
beautiful.
setup.
Did that shot go in?
You bet your sweet pippy it did.
This is do or die for Russ. He needs to get this in.
Also, side note, for anyone who wants to know, Chris Pisani has gone from potential over by himself to onto the table. This has been your Chris update.
Russ has his back against the wall down into. I want to keep that 14 there as long as possible.
Now, I think the wall is just a metaphor. Do you?
Well, I do believe that is a metaphor, although I'm not sure what a metaphor
What are your
is.
thoughts on Pink Floyd?
What Russ is likely going for here is he's probably going to try for the 12, perhaps with some topspin and some power to try to get it down table, because after that he could take methodically the 15, combo to the 14, hang the 15, make that, and then take the 8.
I think the big key here is you have to go bottom left.
Oh, and he barely hit that. I'm confused.
I think he's trying to. I think he wants the 15 into the 14.
Yeah, but it's probably just going to effectively hit the wall, and the 15 will bump the 8 out for Chris.
We'll see. Maybe he tried to go jangle.
Oh.
Yep, that's exactly what happened.
Shit.
Russ
FCC.
Language.
So Chris is gonna have the. He's got a decent angle on the 4. Do you think he's gonna go 4 to 6 to 1, or what do you think he's gonna do, Matt?
The danger for Chris is still the 8, so he still needs to look at that.
Oh.
This is again.
Is with Hamilton. Dang.
Is this?
He was playing well the first 2 games, but something has gotten into his head this
Has
game.
Mike Brazola come home yet? Because I think we just had another Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Chris should have used the bridge on there, just like Mike recommends.
Oh,
is
those
that
players
a
are choking.
bow?
Russ, Matt, would you have gone for the combo there, or what would you have done?
I probably would have gone for the combo.
I feel like that was safer. Now, that 8.
Chris Bergano does have a stain mark on his right side of his t-shirt. Does that make him a dirty man?
The 8 does have room to run past the 15.
It is my understanding that Chris Balenciaga is a fan of purple tape. Is that true?
I think that represents his affection to the Barcelona Nationalist Party.
Okay, the 15. Oh,
All right.
Russ has a good,
Russ
decent run.
definitely should run this out. Russ definitely should run this out. The question is how he's
Matt, do you go 15, try to bounce off the back wall, go for 14, and then 8, or?
That's exactly what I do. I'd probably take the 15 with a little forward off the rail, use the 14 with some forward off the rail. You want to get pretty straight on that 14, but just on the left side. Then you go forward on it so you can get off the rail and back behind the 8 for the finish.
So you're saying
His head disapproves of the shot.
he's going for the 14?
What is he doing?
Goodness gracious.
Not only did he make the wrong shot selection, but he missed.
Chris is surprised, shocked even.
Oh, Mike has came home, boys.
Because Chris right now, he's going to have the 4 to 1 to 6, and the 8 has more than enough room to sneak past the 15.
He's taking this hanging ball with some
Pristine.
8 is still in bad shape.
A lot of green.
The thing is that if he's able to stop it at the 6, he should be able to sneak it past the 15. He still will even have the bounce off the
Chris is
15.
going to try to probably hit this slightly forward after contact.
He's going with some bottom right spin.
No, he's trying to get all the way back.
Possibly
that
too
could
much
work just as
sauce.
well. No, that's going to work because he can backspin and try to bump the 8 out of there.
Interesting to see if we'll scratch.
Topspins.
He's just trying to stop it right there. Wow. Give himself like there's enough room for the fit for
There
the.
is an alley for the 8.
Yeah. That's what I
This
was.
is for the game.
Can the
For the
section man pull off the
to
section
advance to the
shot?
championship.
That's my question.
To face Tom Rafter, and Chris does it.
He sneaks the dirty bastard in.
When Chris was arrested in 1947 for espionage, he pledged himself 2 things. He was going to destroy democracy in America and be the best pool player he could be, and he did both those things today. Beautiful
Thank
joke.
you, D1. Now, for some post-game interviews.